Hello friends, welcome to this first video in the Java series. Friends, I have divided this entire video into three parts. In first part I will tell you why you should start with Java or why you should learn Java. In second part I will tell you the basic introduction related to the Java, and in third part I will tell you the necessary installation you need to do when you start with Java. So the question arises that why we should start with Java or why should we learn Java, because many programming languages are still better than that of the Java nowadays. But whenever some freshers enters into the IT world, many companies are still using Java for such a real use cases, such as they use this Java for building Android apps, for building web application, and many software tools such as Eclipse, NetBeans are developed and configured with the help of Java language. So at least we should know the basics of Java language so that we can code into this Java programming language. Talking about types, there are basically three types, or I can say three editions of Java. The first one, Java Standard Edition, second, Java Enterprise Edition, and third one, Java Micro Edition. The first Java Standard Edition is also called as Core Java, and it basically covers the basics of Java, such as loops, arrays, collections and framework, servlet, JSP, etc. part. While Java Enterprise Edition, which is also known as Advanced Java, it is used for enterprise application development and for servlet programming. While Java Micro Edition is used in mobile phones and Internet of Things or IoT for building the small web application. Talking about history, this man is the founder, or we can say a developer of Java, and he developed the Java in the year 1991 along with the two scientists Mike and Patrick, and his name is James Gosling. Later on in 1996, Sun Microsystem released the first version of Java, that is Java 1.0, and till now they have released 14 versions of Java. But this Sun Microsystem is taken over by the Oracle Corporation, and now Oracle is the owner of the Java programming language. Later on in 2006, they released three editions of Java, that is Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, and Java Micro Edition, which I just explained you earlier. Features. There are 12 main features of Java, or we can say these are 12 main building blocks of the Java. Entire Java can be explained with the help of these 12 main features. But in this introductory video, I will explain you the fourth feature, that is platform independent features. So when you start with Java, you often heard about the term JDK, that is Java Development Kit. And the entire architecture of the JDK can be divided into the two parts. First, the Java compiler, and the second one, Java virtual machine, that is JVM, which often come inside the Java interpreter. So the process flows like this. Whenever we write the code into Java language, we save that file with .java extension, and after compiling that file with the help of Java compiler, it gets converted into the .class file, or we also rename it as a bytecode file. And the importance of this bytecode file is that it can run on anywhere, that is it can run on any operating system. That's why Java is also known as WORA, that is write once and run anywhere. But in order to execute this bytecode file, your machine must have JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine, installed in your operating system. So in simpler term, we can say that this bytecode file is platform independent and this JVM is platform dependent. So in order to check whether your machine has Java configuration or not, simply follow the steps that I will explain you in this video. So in first step, go to your command prompt and write this command javac and check. See, you can see that javac is not recognized as an internal or external command. That means Java is not configured in my machine. So in order to configure Java in our machine, simply go to your favorite browser and then type Java SC JDK download. After that, click on this first link, that Oracle one, and then click on JDK download option. After that, you can see different installer of the different operating system like Linux, Mac OS, Windows. Based upon your operating system, select the particular installer option. As I have already downloaded this JDK, so I am jumping this video to that point. So after downloading this JDK, you will get such a kind of application file. You just need to double click on that application and perform next operation like you do when you install any application. Simply click on next and you will get such a kind of path, but don't change that path, otherwise it will give you errors in future. So click on next, and it takes some 3 to 4 seconds to successfully install in your machine. So wait for a few minutes. After getting installed this, see, this is successfully installed. Then after this, we need to copy that path which I showed you earlier. It can get you after getting into C directory. Then click on program files, then Java, then JDK, then bin, and after that copy this path, and you need to go into the environment variable like this. Click on properties, advanced system setting, environment variables, path variable, click on edit, select new, paste that path, click on OK, and then check into command prompt that whether it is successfully installed, whether our machine is configured with Java or not, by again typing that command javac. Now you can see a big text appear in your command prompt. That means your PC is successfully configured with the Java. You can explicitly check that by typing this command java-version. See, my PC is configured with the Java. That is, my PC is configured with Java compiler and JVM. Friends, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.